What's good, YouTube? It's Ball 2 and Build back with another banger, and today we'll be reacting to Gigi exposed Kai Cenat. Now, I think we're all familiar with what happened. We all know that Gigi and Kai Cenat are no longer together, but we have not heard from her side. So with that being said, let's get straight to the video. Let's do it.
Before Kai, I was getting, like, I been told y'all this. Y'all done came out and said that I done cheated on him with NBA YoungBoy. Who the laughs at their friend going through a breakup? Or who gets excited behind their friend going through a breakup? But then I thought about it. Every friend that laughed or got excited was on my Shay. Why the are you saying anything?
Recently, Kai Cenat's ex Gigi has gone on the internet and exposed Kai. Well, mainly Kai Cenat's friends and the other people around them and how they were acting during and before the relationship, pointing out people like the Shay, the Dez, and even his assistant Bree, calling them all weird, and even going after claims of her apparently being a clout chaser and using Kai Cenat for his money. And originally, when I first recorded this video, I just was breaking down everything that she said, but as of 4 a.m. in the morning, Kai Cenat's assistant Bree has dropped multiple screenshots and videos proving some of the claims that Gigi apparently made wrong. But we're gonna dive into all of that. In order to do that though, we had to start from the very beginning. Who even are any of these people, and how do we get here in the first place?
A lot of y'all assume a lot, and y'all may see things that may not be true. You feel what I'm saying? While I was going in, y'all seeing a whole lot of and taking it and running with it that may not be true. And I feel like in order to respect me, you gotta respect, you got me.
Kai Cenat, your streamer's favorite streamer, needs no real introduction, but in case you actually have never heard of him, he is the peak when it comes to streaming. Someone who is very well known, reached heights that no one has ever done before, and has recently even stepped away from the internet after fulfilling so many goals that it's kind of hard to think of what's next. And even with this time being away from online stuff, he still finds a way to be inside of controversy purely because of the people he's around. And in this particular instance, it's because of his girlfriend. Well, ex-girlfriend now, as even their...
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Kai, he can't get a break. That nigga cannot get a break from nothing. My fault, I just hit the mic and shit. I probably shocked some of y'all ears. But, yeah, he can't get a break. It's either some shit's going on, for example, like, not like this happened, where DDG and, what's his name? Reggie was beefing. When both of them was beefing, Kai Cenat got pulled into that one. You feel me? Every time some big issue happens, whether it's somebody within the group or people that he put on, he gets dragged into that shit. And we could clearly see that. So there's no mistaking it. It happens. Definitely. It happened.
Breakup was pretty muddy and made front pages because she allegedly cheated on Kai Cenat with NBA YoungBoy. There are some rumors going around that Kai Cenat's girlfriend Gigi is cheating on him with NBA YoungBoy via DJ Akademiks on his live stream. And this was said with no clip attached, no real proof, no real anything. But this did not stop anybody from attacking and hating on Gigi. And the internet already didn't like her that much because of old clips that have resurfaced of her talking about her ideal person to be with, and it not being Kai Cenat.
You could like build.
He gotta be like 6'1".
Are we saying like, this is realistic?
Was we not being realistic?
I mean, I was being realistic, but like.
Me too.
Are you, okay. All right.
What you thought I was gonna say? 5'9"?
Okay.
6'1". Waves. I love me a little, you know, nice body, like works out, looks nice, light skin.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't care if this was in the past. I'm sorry if what happened in the past is coming to haunt you now. I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm done. I can't do it. If you have any type of, I'm saying like your footprint, your digital footprint looks like this, do not think that something's gonna work between me and you. It will not happen. It will not. Because that's what people don't understand. Everything does not have to be on the internet. You have to watch what you put out on the internet and what you say, because it will follow you for a very long time, forever, really. So, yeah, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I'm sorry.
He's an artist.
Artists by what? Like, are we saying like
Music.
artists and like
Music.
So this just added on and piled
wouldn't
on
work.
to the hate that she was already receiving for older things. But a couple hours after this tweet had went out, Kai would end up posting on his story basically confirming that he has broken up with Gigi and he apparently doesn't want to get with any girl anymore. I'm single. I will never be in another relationship.
Hey, I feel that.
again.
I
I'm not
feel
being
how it
lying
be,
to you if I
man.
told you most
But
of
you'll
the
get
internet's
over it.
reaction was mixed in any way, shape, or form. Because a lot of people acted like this for Kai clip over here of them basically saying thank God that she is finally out of Kai Cenat's life, from his assistant to friends to basically any and everybody around him.
They broken up, so that Gigi, do why play my mans like that?
When a lot of people saw this, they basically thought it was him confirming the rumors, but at no point in time did he ever say what the reason was for, why he ended up breaking up with her, or anything of the sort. He just left it up to speculation, and with that most recent tweet being about the relationship, a lot of people were just pointing the finger at that. And because of that, a bunch of people had went online and were accusing Gigi of crazy things, saying that she was a gold digger, saying that she was this and that, but at no point in time did Kai really have an input. Even with that,
Wait, didn't her mother said something about her being those things as well? I think, if I can recall, like I don't remember the specifics, but she said something about her not being a good person, you know. And her mom's, you feel me? Her mom is kind of like a gold digger herself. Like, she's been in the industry doing shit, so it wouldn't be the apple wouldn't fall far from the tree. In that sense, you know what I'm saying? They probably do the same shit. She's raised by the same woman that probably done that shit. That was in the industry. So, hey.
being the case, she decided to post on her story going off on the people that were saying stuff about her. I left. Now you want to get on the internet and rush to paint a false narrative about me off a fake Twitter post is insane. I've never cheated on him, and you know that. I have never dealt with that man. Play that sympathetic role somewhere else, please. She basically came online pointing the finger at Kai as if he's the one that started the rumors and was somebody that was contributing to it, and that really wasn't the case. All he did was post on his Twitter and Instagram story revealing to everyone that he is now single. But after all of this had went down at the end of last month, people just thought this was going to be the end of Kai Cenat and Gigi. They weren't going to talk about each other. Kai was going to move on with his life and she was going to move on with her life. But of course that couldn't be the case, because we're here today with her going on a YouTube video, not really exposing Kai Cenat, but exposing things with inside the relationship, even the people around Kai that she claims are fake.
I
She
see his
popped
friends laughing and think cute, think it's cool. Who the f- laughs at their friend going through a breakup? Or who the f- gets excited behind their friend going through a breakup? But then I thought about it. Every friend that f***ing laughed or got excited was a that was on my Shay. Why the f- are you saying anything? I seen the clip where Shay was like, "Oh, I was never a fan of Kai and Gigi. Kai needs to da 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 da." Of course you weren't a fan, my heart, because you wanted to be my. Like, when me and Kai first got together, Shay was calling and texting Kai like, "Oh, that's a little girl, you like her, like nah, bruh, I don't think you should with her." But was the main trying to with me. Mind you, me and his sister were best friends from when we were like 13, 14 years old until 21. Shay had been trying to with me since I was like 13, 14 years old, since I met them.
The Shay Freaky Frost. Now, if you've been around this channel long enough, you already know how I feel about the Shay and his freaky ways. So this honestly doesn't surprise me in the slightest. If there's an extra piece of really curvy driftwood, I believe he would try and talk to that as well. And during the time she's talking about, currently she's around 21, 22. So when she was 13, the Shay would have been around 17 to like 16, around that age range. Which I guess they are still minors technically, but to me, that is very weird behavior. I don't think a 17-year-old should be interacting with anybody that's 13, 14, but I guess that's just me. Maybe the Shay thinks differently. Well, obviously he does by her testimony of this. But honestly, not unexpected, because this is Freaky Frost we're talking about, so it's not surprising to anybody that he tried to interact with any girl, regardless if they were family, friend of his sisters, or friends of anybody else's. But the person that got people genuinely surprised was apparently Des sliding into her DMs and even trying to get with her after breaking up with Kai Cenat.
And Des, you thought it was so funny, thought it was so cool, thought.
Nah, I like, this is Des. You are so epic. I don't know if that's a what type of line. What he's trying to be on some He's trying to be on some spontaneous shit. This is what it's looking like. He tried to be on some spontaneous shit. I've never heard anybody call a girl epic. My nigga, what? What the fuck are we talking about? What is this? What is that?
So cute, right? You were so happy that your friend is now not in a relationship. But, Des, you also were trying to with me. Once I caught you on my page liking my the other day, I then went to your page, went to go DM you and tell you about yourself until I came across the DMs you have been sending me since 2021, Des. DTB Des goes to page. Cool. Mind you, Des was liking my on what day is this? January 16th. Today is January 20th. This was 4 days ago. You are so epic. I don't know what that emoji's supposed to mean. Y'all know, I don't know. But I know it don't mean nothing just friendly. Heart emoji. You're so perfect. I'm coming. Am I gonna be able to see you? This was in 2021. When I first started with Kai and he did some that really bothered me and I stopped with him. As soon as I stopped with him, you was DMing my friend, telling my friend that you wanted to with me, not knowing by the time you were DMing her, me and Kai hadn't already made up and came back together.
Now, the situation with Des definitely hits harder because that's Kai Cenat's closer friend coming from New York. And the fact that he would be over here DMing her friend to see if he can get with her, when he knows that her and Kai are supposed to be together, is pretty odd and weird behavior. And with the DM was so...
Hey, they probably know something we don't know. They probably know something about this girl that we don't know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she could just be like a good looking, woman, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they, everybody want to get with her type shit. But she's probably already known for doing some shit like this. Where was she? Who was she before all of this? We need some research. We need to do some research here, y'all. Who was she? Because it looked like she obtained the bag. She definitely obtained the bag, some clout. And now she fucked up Kai's mental. Now Kai's not streaming no more. Kai's not streaming no more because of this girl, man. That nigga said, I quit. And then he sent out an Instagram post talking about I'm no longer in a relationship. I'm done. I'm done with being in a relationship. This is what he sent. He put this out to the public. So this girl must have really fucked up his mental out here, man. He does not. I'm talking about self-improvement journey. He's ready to really switch his whole life around. I swear that breakup really be having you do that shit, though. It really do. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It does that. It really gets you on that. Like, I need to get my mental right, focus on my journey, and like, it really take you down that path, man. Like, what? Man, when she see me, she gonna see how bad she fucked up. Looking ass. What?
A lot of people are putting that out because of the age gap again. With Des being around 19 to 20 and her being 17, 16 around that age. And a bunch of people are pointing the finger at Des saying that he is fake to cop.
Is this shit lagging? Man, and we're back. I'm not gonna lie, my Wi-Fi went out because we got a bad storm over here. If you're in Georgia, you know what's going on, man. But let's get back to it. Let's do it.
He's not a real friend of Kai's. That's definitely not pointing the finger at Des saying that he is fake to Kai. He's not a real friend of Kai's. That's definitely not behavior that a real friend would go and do. But she didn't stop there. She also addressed some rumors of people calling her a gold digger.
Before Kai, I was getting...
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember what I was saying before this, man. That was 2 hours. That was probably an hour ago or two that this video stopped. But, man... I don't know.
Like,
I've been told y'all
this.
I don't know what I was saying.
Been going on. Why the fuck would I get in a relationship with somebody and then not want I've been already getting before I was with him? Y'all don't want to know the type of cars I was asking for my sweet 16. Like, I was a 16-year-old driving a Benz. I was a 14, 15-year-old driving my parents' luxury cars to school. Y'all don't know me. Like, if I ask my person, that's between me and my... As soon as we will put y'all in our business a little bit.
Okay, see, look, I'm already pausing. But, yeah, she was probably getting her own bag. Cool, you know what I'm saying? She was probably getting her own bag, but... No. She wasn't getting her own bag. If you're 16, you wasn't really getting your bag. She wasn't getting her bag. It was probably her parents' bag that she was using to make it look like she was getting the bag. But it wasn't like, you feel me? It wasn't your own bag. You know what I'm saying? 16. What are you really doing at 16? Nothing. Do you really have money for real? No. You can't really work a job unless you're like an influencer. You're doing something of that nature. You got a small business that you're selling chips at school or some shit. But you can't really do nothing that big unless you're doing something like this, which is like social media shit. Other than that, you feel me? You're not really. You ain't got no bag now.
Y'all would take that and just run with it like I ain't never had before. No, I been having. I been getting. Like,
now, don't get me wrong, if you still have a luxurious lifestyle before Kai Cenat, that's all fine and dandy, and if you had one before him, that's also great. That's even better, actually. But you can't sit here and lie and act like her life wouldn't be elevated by being with him. He was at his prime, at the top of the game. Again, one of the biggest streamers out, doing collaborations that people could only dream of. So being around him by proxy is not only going to elevate her, but also just her career in general. I'm not saying that makes her a gold digger, but just saying that that's why a lot of people think that, because you are going to gain by just being around him. And another reason that a lot of people are pointing the finger at her saying that she's a gold digger is because of a clip that came out from her video vlog of her asking Kai Cenat for certain things on Christmas that were all luxurious, expensive items.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Santa Claus and you get people stuff. Like, come on. Okay, so this is my number one gift. G-Wagon, black, pink interior. It's very detailed. I just feel like, you know, for safety reasons, I did want a pink outside, but for safety reasons, I just feel like maybe it should be pink in the inside, so I still get that pink vibe, and then just do black on the outside and black out the windows, tint it up, you know, like that. Or we can go BMW X6 M competition. Really nice car as well.
Personally, I feel like a lot of people were overreacting when that clip originally came out anyway, because that is just them making content, and that is them doing something that they think will make a good video. And even Gigi addressed this because she knew a lot of hate came after that video went out, that it was apparently Kai Cenat's idea in the first place to even do all that stuff, and at the end of the day, it was just meant to be a joke. But because a bunch of people were accusing her of being a gold digger and she had to clear up all those rumors, she decided to point the finger at some other people and accuse them of actually using Kai, and that happened to be the Clover boys.
Not only has this bought 2 cribs and furnished both cribs, y'all just got bust down for the mafia-thon. Y'all all just got a really nice fucking chain for the mafia-thon. But when I'm out buying APs for his birthday, where the fuck were y'all? I didn't see y'all at the dinner. Y'all ain't get no gift. He ain't get from y'all. But I'm the parasite. But I'm draining him. It's me. Y'all are men at the end of the day, and he's another man that is doing all of this for men. But y'all can't accumulate a couple dollars and at least get him a book y'all see like to read.
If accusations like this are pretty true, it just adds more fuel on the fire of hate that the Clover boys currently have, because a lot of people have already pointed out that certain people who are part of this group bring bad PR to Kai, seem pretty ungrateful, and really aren't there to make good content, but seem like they are just there to leech off of him. So with her providing more insight into what's going on in that Clover boy scenario, it makes a lot of people question how genuine a friendship certain people in that group actually have with Kai. But again, she doesn't stop there. She even has one more claim, which is the entire cheating allegations that were rumored to be the whole reason as to why they broke up in the first place.
Y'all done came out and said that I done cheated on him with NBA YoungBoy. I done cheated on him with YoungBoy, then it went to
clear up your name, man.
Then it went to she's pregnant with his baby. So many different things, but I don't even know this man. I don't know YoungBoy. First of all, y'all even putting me in a situation with a married man is so disrespectful. Like, I don't know what YoungBoy and his wife or what YoungBoy and his family do or how they move, but I know how Gabrielle move. Gabrielle ain't dealing with no wife. Mind you, I've always said I'm not ready for kids and I'm not dealing with no with kids. I'm sorry. Like, my first has to be your first. Why the fuck would I step out on my boyfriend who don't have half the going on? No disrespect to him or his family, but that this man got going on. Why the fuck would I go mess with a man who has, what, I don't know, 20 kids, 15 baby mamas, and a wife? The way y'all are trying to make me seem like I'm just this dog, I thought that was gonna be my husband.
I mean, look, you gotta understand again. I've heard people say something about your mother. Your mother came out to us, man. Your mother came out to us saying some things. Now I don't know if it's true. These are allegations. But you feel me? It's like when you're not too far from the tree. You know what I'm saying? When the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, you kind of start making those allegations for people like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your mom was in that type of industry thing, and we wouldn't think that you're any different because, you know, your mom does it. That's a fucked up way to think, but people's gonna do that. It happens.
Since this was the main crutch as to why everybody thought her and Kai had broken up, of course she had to address it in her recent video, but there was nothing to really address because no one had proof of anything and no one really said anything. Kai Cenat at no point in time when he originally came out and said he had broke up with Gigi gave a reason as to why. He had just broken up with her and said he wasn't going to get into another relationship. Gigi, on the other hand, did go on the internet and try to dispel those rumors, saying that they never happened, even claimed that Kai Cenat was feeding into it, when in all reality no one was feeding into anything, because these specific rumors came from a random Twitter page that even Akademiks himself has a clip dispelling, because there was no real truth or even type of validity behind anything that was being said there.
Rumors going around that Kai Cenat's girlfriend Gigi is cheating on him with NBA YoungBoy via DJ Akademiks on his live stream. Here's the thing, chat. This is not true. I just want to tell y'all this, man. I know all y'all be loving Kai and whatever, and this is why I realized, like, me and Kai, we've talked, not recently, but like we've talked multiple times, just offline. That, man, when y'all love, y'all be just attacking other no matter what. And this is when I realized, I keep telling y'all this one thing I always say: it's better to be liked than to be right. Bro, how y'all read a headline that says Akademiks reported that Kai Cenat's girlfriend Gigi is cheating on him with YoungBoy, and I said it on a live stream that I stream to 15,000 people every night. 15,000 people. And there's not one video clip of me saying it.
So she did have to get on the internet and dispel all of these rumors. There was no real rumors to begin with, because there was no real validity to anything that was being said. Everybody speaking on the situation, from Akademiks, who even reportedly reported on this, said that he has no idea what this is actually talking about. So it was genuinely baffling that in her video she even had to bring it up and talk about it, but because of how the internet is, of course she had to address it. And most of the things that she said in that video were, again, just attacking more of Kai Cenat's friends, saying that they were fake. A lot more clearing up of how she is not a gold digger and doesn't want to use them for money. But one big thing that actually stood out to a lot of people as well is when she called out Kai Cenat's assistant, Bree.
Now, as for Brianna, the assistant, bring your to the front. I done had to check this too many times. I hate a bitch that can't keep her nose out of other people's business, that don't know her place. Brianna ain't trash, but that BBL you hiding up under.
Look. My fault. If y'all want to watch the original video, the video will be down in the description down below. Like all my other videos, you feel me? If you want to go watch that, you feel me? Go do it. I fuck with dudes' videos, most def. But I'm gonna say this: if you fuck up Kai Cenat's bag, you're basically fucking up her bag, right? So anything that's gonna hinder Kai, I mean, she kind of gets paid to be in his business. She gets paid for that. She's the assistant. She has to be in his business, kind of. No cap. That's why when it comes to the assistant role, you kind of give it to like a close person. Usually your mother, or you would get somebody professional, but usually people get like their mother or close, or somebody that really know how to, you know what I'm saying, within their group, that can really handle this assistant work. Because at the end of the day, they can work as your assistant and also work as somebody that can give you good advice to help you. And they're not really going to look for something in return. But since she's like somebody that's, Kai hired, you fuck up Kai's bag, you're fucking up her bag. So she don't want her bag getting fucked up. That's how I'm looking at it. I don't know. I mean, it may be a wrong way to look at it. It may be wrong that I'm looking at it like this, but that's how I'm looking at it.
All them clothes, you wide back. Like, why do you insert yourself in our relationship so much? I don't. So just do your job. It's your job to bring zero horses in a room. Why are you inserting yourself in my relationship? I'm not one of these little who before. I don't know what relationship y'all got to where you feel like you're so inserted in his love life. That's not your place. You want to be with him so bad. One time me and him got into it. So we get into it one time. She texts him like, oh, we're going to get through this like we always do. If somebody loved you, they would da 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 da. I didn't know being an emotional support animal was a guy requirement on your job application.
Now, I'm not going to show every clip, but that was the main stuff. Her apparently inserting herself into Gigi and Kai's relationship.
Okay.
Her apparently...
Whoa. Let me make it clear. I'm not saying, you feel me, she needs to insert herself in that relationship. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that. But she can insert herself to some things a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about super personal shit. No. Now, if it's something that's gonna hinder Kai, all right, she's seen her do some bullshit. She's like, oh nah, I gotta go peek that up real quick, cause at the end of the day, she works for Kai. She don't work for her. So I gotta see what's going on. I don't like the way you watch your back, Kai. You know what I'm saying? Like on some shit like that. That's it. Cool, but inserting yourself like you love this dude, like you want to be with them type of vibe, nah, you doing too much.
Overstepping her boundaries when stuff is going on and Gigi and Kai were having problems. Along with throughout that video, I'm not going to show every clip, but she was apparently even getting more and more upset as she talked about Brianna. Because she would randomly be going on about stuff that she wants to do for Kai or that stuff that happened between her and Kai. And then once Brianna's name was mentioned, she would go on a quite small tangent talking about how much she doesn't like her, how disrespectful she is, and how she is this, and that, and looks like this, and that. The genuine disdain that she has for her is pretty insane and pretty out of left field probably for most people. And because of that, Brianna ended up seeing these clips on Twitter and wanted to respond herself with some screenshots and receipts to some of the things that she had been saying throughout her entire video. Started working with Kai when he was 19 with no management. Of course, I treat him like my younger brother. It has become a part of my job to protect him from lying manipulators like this, whether it's business or personal. I don't care who has a problem with that. I sent him a supportive message after he found out you were talking to another boy on a Finsta and flirting behind his back for months, and then you try to rehearse a story with him to tell Kai. If you're gonna tell it, tell the whole story. There is a lot more outside of this that's not being said. I don't know how y'all are with your family or close friends when it comes to how people treat them, but we don't tolerate that over here. Should have just let things
That's
blow
what I'm saying.
over, but
looking after is
with
different
a
from
video attached of the alleged story that was being
she was
rehearsed.
Did you say how much what?
That's what I bet.
What's your story? Tell me your story.
Bro, the story is having called, you was on the phone, you asked me if she having.
I called. He seen my see. No. I called. He seen my name in your phone, so I called. You hadn't told me to ask you to call. You're saying he asked you to call.
Alright, what if he got? What if he have in my call log, no, like.
No, but I'm thinking about the way she made it seem though is just like oh yeah, like the way she said the message that she sent. She made it. Bree made it seem like Gigi made it seem like Bree was saying some like actually inserting herself into the relationship. But if it was made out to seem like what she said on Twitter, if it was like that, a supportive message, it was nothing too crazy, it was nothing wild, whatever, you feel me, then it's like you can't get mad at the assistant looking out for Kai. You really can't. You feel me? Like there's levels to this shit. There's like, all right, anything personal within a relationship that y'all can fix, cool, but then when it starts seeming like you stepping out trying to treat dude wrong while he still thinks you're being loyal to him, him, it's just gonna be like, you feel me? Like, why would I not tell him that you're trying to go behind his back to do something that you're not supposed to be doing? Now, why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I?
It
just makes sense
he said
as an assistant too.
No, but if I ask you to call, it don't say like, you have to start the call on the three-way for it to say. But if I ask you, it'll just say me. Like, I'm going
Now, I'm not gonna lie, after watching that video for the first time, because she dropped us all at 4 in the morning when I was already almost done with this video, love that for myself, I was genuinely surprised at what I was looking at, because there is no way that you just had this video being stockpiled and no one has seen it, no one had talked about it, and honestly, no one probably would have seen it if everybody just stayed silent and moved on with their lives. But Bree didn't stop there. She even pulled up Instagram receipts that a lot of people are alleging are fake or not. I'm not the Instagram receipt checker to know if they are, but I still am going to read them to you, but just take them with a grain of salt. And apparently these are two different instances.
I forget I live in
an
age of AI.
I just can't do this anymore. You don't care about me. I tell you how I feel all the time. You just look over it. Coming to Vegas, seeing you only for a day, you have your security telling me that I could leave it and I'm ready to go. I made up a whole lie to Kai just to be here with you. You come to see me, only stayed about 30 minutes. I asked you to stay the night with me. You never even said you would. Just give me a kiss on the forehead and leave. LMAO, Contrail, we just don't need to talk. My feelings for you will never go away as long as I keep dealing with you. Then you're just playing in my face. I've been here for 2 days now. Today makes 2, and you only came by to see me once. But you've been out since 4 this morning because I seen you going live. Now, for anybody that's confused, the Contrail that's being talked about in these messages is not NBA YoungBoy. It is actually another streamer, and with these messages being linked between Gigi and that apparent streamer, this is basically a calm before the storm is actually going to come. Because while Brianna might have been up to see all this stuff, a lot of other people that were accused, like Kai, Dez, Shay, some of those people aren't up to make responses yet to what Gigi has seen. So who knows what could possibly come out after everybody else gets a chance to react and see the things that she's actually saying. It's gonna be pretty crazy and actually unfortunate to certain parties involved, like Kai, because while Bree, his assistant, is speaking on it, and again she named people like his friends, if they end up speaking on it, it's pretty unfortunate they're bringing him into this drama when Gigi didn't really accuse him or say anything about him, but it might end up spiraling into something bad with her bringing out the craziest things that he might have done or that could have been said, all because people didn't want to just move on. And that's genuinely what should have probably happened. Everything doesn't need to be on the internet, and sometimes you just gotta let situations pass and move on with your life without trying to tell everyone or clarify or justify this and that, because no matter what you say, some people just are not going to be on your side. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do would be the comment section down below.
Man, look, man, I don't know, I should react to that video right here because I've been seeing clips on this shit, but besides the point, yeah, it's just, I don't know, man, like, this should have stayed off the internet. It should have never been brought back up. And if all of this stuff is true with the friends, with his friends, his close friends doing all this and all that too, that's fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's fucked up. And I think Kai should move accordingly. Like, don't put everybody on that you was cool with in the past and shit like that. And if you do, you gotta make sure they are the motherfuckers that would not do you dirt. You feel me? Because some of the motherfuckers that be close to you, you don't really know for real. But with that being said, that's the end of the video. If y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification button. If y'all want to stay updated on the next video, let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.